Good morning, everyone. Happy energy reading. I'm Terry. It's so great to see you. How's your heart today? How is your heart today? Everybody get through the weekend okay? I hope so. I'm looking at myself in this screen going, God, Terry, you got some big hair today. Big hair don't care. I don't know. Not even gonna worry about it. I rarely worry about it. These are bedhead energy readings. Right smack, just bright and early in the morning. Actually, they're not as early as they used to be. I've started waking up a bit later. So anyways, still a weekday energy is what's on deck here. I'm just choosing our cards to see what the potential and possibilities of this week might be like. So just taking an energetic temperature check. And just to see what the tools and implementations we could be using that will help us navigate our way through this human experience. I actually have come way more online with my telepathic abilities, and it is a little nerve-wracking here as I try and maneuver my way around them. It's been a bit of a challenge. I'll be honest. It's been a bit of a challenge, learning how to, use these skills in a way, that matches along with my human self. It's actually, it's a bit challenging. I don't even have human words for it, but, oftentimes, yeah. It's bigger than me at this point, and so I need to learn how to regulate it and manage it in a much better way, and that's not happening so far, so I'm struggling. But that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. It will all work out, right? All right, guys, I've got my cards. Should we do a reveal? Yes. Here we go. 6 of Clubs. La Calavera. New beginnings. Wow. And then patience. I'm only laughing because I'm like, oh, so yes. So Team Terry is speaking. All right. This is the energy we're working with. These are the cards for this week. We have patience. We have new beginnings. We have 6 of Clubs, and we have La Calavera. All right. So this week we're actually it looks like we're being called to actually get in more physical activity for our bodies. So walking, running, if you are able to access a lake, a river, an ocean, whatever, swimming, I know that a lot of people have home gyms. So really working out, because again, we're still, kind of in this place where we have restriction. So obviously making the best out of, the situation we can, but it is about moving the body, because as we move the body, we are also moving stagnant energies. A lot of us are a bit more stagnant. And what happens is that our minds become clearer. We actually get more oxygen that is sent through the brain or to the brain from the blood, right? Because oxygen molecules will piggyback onto blood cells. So exercising, definitely some sort of cardio. The cockatoo's up. You're going to hear him. That's going to help with clarity in thinking. Okay, so that's one aspect as to why this week is really important for us to be physically active. The other thing is stored and trapped energies in the body. When they accumulate, they will cause depression or anxiety. So if you've noticed you've gone in either direction more than maybe usual, it's because you're not working it out through your body. The body holds energetic imprints of physical trauma, emotional trauma, and, right now, global pandemic trauma. So this actually, this is what I want to say. We're coming to a close in a thought process, right? And a way of being, right? New earth, old earth, right? Before coronavirus, after coronavirus, right? So in order to help us close that storyline, end that arc, complete the circle, we have to get it out. We have to release it and let it go. And it's gonna take time. Like, we are all actually in a period of being traumatized right now, like as human beings. And I can't sugarcoat that. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But it's like, how are we going to handle ourselves during this time will be how we will be able to recover from it and what we're going to take forward, moving forward with it. So we're currently, it sounds awful to hear that we're all being traumatized, but that's what's happening. It happened with the Great Depression, with the Spanish flu. Just with like a whole other thing, when a whole bunch of people at one time, a collective, experienced the same thing, right? So we're all having this experience, and there's fear and panic associated with it and all the things. So that's the energetic imprint that is being left in our bodies at the moment. So for this week, what we're being called to do is to actually exercise and move our energy through our body as part of a closing to accept the old way versus the new way, right? So, we can look at it as one door closes, another door opens, yes? Or, old earth closes, new earth closes, right? Systems are being broken down and changed, and we don't know yet what it's going to look like. So the uncertainty, all of this gets stored in our bodies. So this week, by being physically active and patient with ourselves as these emotions show up, because they are showing up. And if you're anything like me, within a period of one day, you've pretty much experienced every single emotion that there is out there. And remember, emotion is energy in motion. So thoughts create our reality. So we need to, make sure that our bodies are not holding our thoughts, because then that's the reality we're going to create, right? And we do have the power to create a reality that we would like and that we're actually living and being part of. And that's all by choice. So this week, we're being offered the choice to move our bodies. Now, of course, as that happens, what we are learning is we are learning to sort of go with the flow, right? We are learning to just lean into the discomfort of the uncertainty. We are learning as we do more body work on ourselves, and that's what I'm going to call it, body work, but like somatic work, exercise. As the energy clears out, your brain will come online, like I mentioned earlier, where you'll be able to focus more and get clearer thinking, new ways of how you can operate or how you move through this, time period will come online and give you personal tools and more of a personal direction with how you can move through this. So the human body, and we are because we have a human body, we are bound to human laws, bound to human regulations, bound to certain universal laws like gravity, right? So we have to be able to honor those human earthly ways. And we can't go around it. And we're all being called to be more physically active this week. And that's really the implementation tool. It's going to help us with our patience. It's going to help, we'll feel better. It's going to help us close old chapters in our lives. And also it gives us the focus and the clarity to discover tools of how we can keep ourselves in this current time space as calm and regulated as possible as we are all experiencing on a global level this traumatic experience. Because remember, how we are dealing with it now will help us in our future responses, future relationships, and, just everything in the future. So just remember, if you can just be as calm as you can, be as in touch with your body as you can, and just move through this process, glide as easily as you can by just going with the flow and leaning into the uncertainty. And for this week, exercising our bodies, we will be able to develop, a stronger emotional immunity after the pandemic. Okay? All right. What am I always saying to you? Stay connected. Stay connected to your friends and family. Stay connected to yourself. And of course, you can stay connected to me. And you can check me out at terryhuberman.com. And I'll see ya on the flip side.